Hello there, everyone. It's late Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. We're going to talk about the last week of preseason and the NFL algorithm. Just to get this out of the way here in the beginning, you can purchase a subscription to the NFL algorithm where you get an email from me ahead of any other public release of anything. You get the copy of the file as well as an email earlier in the week, multiple times a week. That's a season subscription. It's going to be $300 for the year. That's where I'm going to freeze the price at, stop raising it. So it's $300 if you want it. Or you can purchase a monthly subscription. So like the month of September would be $100 per month. That will total more than $300 for the year if you just do month to month. So think about it that way, because it goes all the way through January. Or $50 for one file. And if you purchase one file, you can try to watch the tutorial videos and update it yourself each week. But I'll tell you, you'll want to subscribe if you're really using this to wager a lot and care, because I'm going to be doing an extensive amount of work before the season starts here in week one. And then as each subsequent week is completed, there's a lot of custom programming that goes into getting these rostered stats correct for the new year while still using some of last year's stats until we get enough to populate the database enough. So there's you're not going to be able to do this on your own the same way I do it, the way I've been doing it for years. So those are the subscription prices. This is going to be the last like real free public video before games start. I'm not going to be doing it openly like this until the games actually start in week one. So like the Sunday that the games start, that's when you'll see the video out, maybe after the games have already started. So really want to give priority to people that are subscribing to act on this stuff before I put it out publicly on YouTube. So what about this preseason week here? Well, first thing I wanted to mention is that there have been some roster changes. These players all, I guess, were cut and that they became free agents. That's Albert Wilson, Auden Tate, Daz Newsome, Kenyon Drake, Liram Harulahu, Ryan Santoso, kicker, Jackson, also let go. So these guys all became free agents, so they can disappear now that we've updated them. And we've updated the injury report, and we've updated everything we need to update. So this is what our look is right here. Preseason, big old caveat. We don't know what's going to happen in preseason. So we don't know if these players are all properly playing in the order kind of that we have them playing. So still a lot of people trying out for the team. And that's one of the reasons why preseason is extra difficult. But if you were going to look at it and say, well, who does the algorithm like at good lines? Well, I mean, likes Arizona over Tennessee at plus 140, likes Detroit over Pittsburgh at plus 175. Take some teams with some points here. So I wouldn't really recommend betting the house, betting the farm on preseason, because you're probably going to be disappointed. But that's basically what the look is here. And I wanted to kind of go through each line to explain what each of these columns means, because it's going to be helpful as we talk about what this is saying. So you've got a team of reference. In this case, it's the Jets against an opposing team, the Giants. The Jets are home. That's what this means. The Jets win score percentage is a calculation based on season stats. This thing is actually not as important when it comes to who the algorithm thinks is going to win, as much as who the odds makers think will win. A lot of times is what this is related to. We look at the projected score and the projected opponent score for each of these teams. That's supposed to be the most reliable thing that this algorithm does, is it gives you an idea of what the score is supposed to be, and it's tracking that based on the game flow and how many points per drive these teams will often score and how many scoring drives may happen in the game. That's a lot of what the formulas are doing to get this thing to be as accurate as possible. So we like to look at this, and I like to sort by projected margin of victory descending, which gives you the largest lopsided distorted point matchup at the top, right? Jets are supposed to crush the Giants. It's preseason, so don't necessarily listen to this. But if this was regular season, apparently with the rosters playing, that's what it would say. All right. So projected total points is going to sum up these 2 points. There's 51 potential points in this game. The over-under for this game is set at 38.5. So if this wasn't the preseason and if this was a regular season game, you'd really want to take the over, is what that would say. And what else we have? Alternate team projections. I want to discuss that. So the alternate team projections are a point projection that is different from the main point projection of the game. You can see the alternate point projection right here is 29-16 Jets over Giants instead of 33-19 or 32-19. It's slightly different because it's going to incorporate defensive ratings and defensive injuries. I believe it incorporates defensive injuries. I know it incorporates the defensive rating into the projection here. So it's going to slightly alter things if a team's defense is hurt and or not good or good. So the alternate projection is something to look at because sometimes games will flip between their main projection and alternate projection. That's something to watch out for. It means that the team's defensive stats may be more impactful than we thought. Let's see if that occurs anywhere down here. Here, like this one, 20-18 is what the initial score is for Buffalo at Carolina. Yet the alternate is 17-18, meaning Carolina's defense is apparently healthy and was a little better last year. So we're using last year's defensive stats here. Of course, there has been no season yet this year. So this is based on last year that apparently Carolina's defense is a little bit better than you'd think, and it could push them over the edge to even beat Buffalo in this game based on who's playing. So that's kind of what these stats are all about, is talking about the team of reference and the opponent's team and their defensive C-score or defensive rating and how injured their defense is. You can see that there's heavy injuries for San Francisco's defense. There's heavy injuries for Cincinnati's defense, Buffalo's defense, the Rams' defense, whereas there are no injuries for Las Vegas's defense, right? So that's kind of what that means. That's the look at preseason week 4. If you're interested in subscribing, it keeps me going. And I'm, going to be putting out this information to people that pay me for it to give you guys priority so that I can charge more for it and monetize my time, as well as trying to monetize these videos eventually. So watch the videos, purchase subscription. Good luck, everybody, and may all your picks be winning.